muggles, witches, wizards, and whatever else you are. This looks terrible. I moved a bunch of stuff around in our room. So there's currently a light there and a light over there, and I just look dark. So we're experimenting with the lights. So today I thought we would discuss a very interesting topic called our neighbors. So, you know, usually I know everyone has their neighbor issues. You don't understand how Bella can vouch for me. Like, how annoying are our neighbors on a scale of 1 to 10?
100.
Thank you. Anyway, so let me start. We're not gonna like tell you every event, but I'm gonna start from the very beginning. From the day, so we moved in to our apartment. I'm gonna get really mad throughout this whole thing. We moved into our apartment in August 19th of last year. So we've been here almost a year. Now, we moved everything in. Okay. Now, also, I should tell you something. There's different apartment buildings, and then our window faces our neighbor's window because the front doors are inward and the back doors are out towards the parking lot. So our windows face our neighbor's house across, and there's neighbors next to us and above us. I have a problem with all of them, except for those neighbors. Wait, are there even... Those neighbors we don't have a problem with on that side. Those neighbors and those neighbors and those neighbors we have issues with. So our first night here, we were super excited because, you know, it was a new house and it wasn't 2 stories, so we didn't have to climb stairs. And, you know, we were getting all of our stuff moved in and setting up stuff, and our parents were sleeping, probably, I don't know. And we were eating, and I told Bella, I was like, hey, let's look out the window and just see, you know, just look out the window, because that's what normal human beings do. I'm going to warn you, I'm going to get really angry during this video. I've talked to people about this, and they're like, Zoe, stop, you're getting angry. So we looked out the window, and our neighbors' kids, like, if I could say one thing to our neighbors, like, go to each of their house and say, I would say, control your children, because your children are animals, and they're awful, and they're loud and annoying. So we look out the window, and there's a couple kids out there. Now, Bella is 8, and I'm 13. So in between our age, maybe a bit younger and older, it just kind of is a mix. I don't know. So we look out the window, and this is going to be like a 20-minute video. We look out the window, and they are out there. Now, remember, they are outside our window. We are inside our house, looking outside our window, which is legal in America. Thank you very much, neighbors. And they turn around and see us, and they literally start yelling at us, saying we're stalking them, which we aren't. We didn't even know they were out there at first, because they were being kind of quiet for once. That never happened again. So we're looking outside the window. Sorry, the window's right there. That's why I keep pointing there. We were looking at the window, and they started calling them stalkers. And then they start banging on our window. Do you remember they are outside and we are inside? Which means... So they start throwing rocks at our window, like actual rocks. It started off with like pebbles and dirt, and then it turned into rocks. Fine, and this is like maybe 8, 9 o'clock at night. It's already dark. Like, we were gonna go to bed in like 30 minutes. It was dark. I'm running out of air. So finally, they kind of go away, and, you know, Bella opens the window, because we finally figured out how to open the window, because our window's weird. She opens the window, and we're, you know, looking outside and just, you know, enjoying fresh air. They come back. No, they didn't even leave. They were hiding. So when you look at our window is maybe almost 4 feet in the air. So, you know, you can't see down to the ground underneath it. They were hiding against the wall. So our window sill is here, and they are down here. And they pop up and scare us. And I was losing it, because I actually think I filmed this. I just deleted the footage, which I'm kind of disappointed of. By the way, I will do an end of the year thing where I have a collage of just every video of our neighbors being obnoxious. It'll be like 3 hours long. So they yelled at us out from outside. Then they threw rocks at us at the window, which could break the window, which means they would have to pay for it. And then they hide under the window and then scare us. So we're like done. So we shut the window, and, you know, we turned off our lights, and we kind of just relaxed. Like, we were on our phones, I think, and, you know, we were just chilling. It wasn't a thing. And then what do you think they did? They went away, and then they came back, knocked on our door, and it's our first night. So my dad's kind of, you know, both angry and exhausted, so he's just not in the mood. He opens the door, and the ringleader, as I call her, or him, I don't completely remember, I wasn't paying attention, goes up to my dad at the door and says, your daughters are harassing us, and we would like you to tell them to stop. And when my dad came in and asked us what was going on, I freaking lost it. Bella, do you remember that?
We hid in the closet.
We literally hid in our closet so they wouldn't see us. And then after they come to our front door, tell our dad we are harassing them, they go back to our window. And then one of them stays at our window. Do remember, it's like 10 o'clock now. So it's 10 o'clock at night, and they are peering into our window. Like, hands on the glass, looking through the freaking window. And I am petrified because, we just moved in and we're still getting used to the freaking house. And they're looking in our window, and our blinds are like crap. Like, we need to get curtains. Like, that probably we should have gotten that. I don't know why we haven't gotten that yet. I don't know. But they were looking in our window. And I don't know. That was only the first night. We had not even been there for 24 hours yet. We hadn't even been there for 12 hours yet. Control your dog. Their dogs are just as annoying as they are. Okay, let's move on to the next incident that happened in maybe September. So I had my friend Kirsty over, and she was in her uniform from school because she didn't change because we were going on a walk. I was changed and we had Bella. So we decided to go on a walk because, we want to explore the neighborhood, see what we can find because we're new. Okay, we are walking. We did not talk to anyone. We didn't look at anyone. We just walked. Now, this little group of freaking kids come up to us, and the ringleader, as I call her, was maybe like 7 or 8, like Bella's age. And Kirsty and I are 13. Well, I was 12 at the time, but we were 13. And Bella's 8. And then this girl comes up to us and starts cussing us out and calling Kirsty ugly, telling her she should look in a mirror for crying out loud, cussing us out, like I said, like threatening to beat us up, and we didn't do anything. So me being me, Kirsty was getting angry. So I was like, Kirsty, come on, let's calm down, let's walk and go away. So we walk around the apartment building and make like a left, so we go kind of opposite. So we're like near this like field area, and they followed us. They purposely their apartment was on the other side of the complex, because I know where they live. They were on the opposite side of the complex over there, and we are over there. So, they come back to us, and they're threatening us again. Like, threatening to kill us, threatening to beat us up, cussing us out, telling us just insulting us. And they keep talking. I don't understand. So, by the way, I'm making this a 2-part video because this is gonna take a while. So, we're walking. Like, that's all we're doing. And at this point, Kirsty's kind of calmed down. She's more of the relaxed, kind of like, it's okay, Zoe. I almost lost it. When they told me, they said something to me, I don't remember completely what it was. I, like, started to charge at them, and Kirsty stopped me. She grabbed my arm and was like, Zoe, stop. So we walked over. And we walked back to our apartment, and we're sitting out by our back door. We have, like, a little concrete patio kind of area. So we were just sitting there talking about, school events and just everything that I don't know what we were talking about. But we were talking about something. They come to our apartment. Now, it was bad enough that they were following us, but they come to our apartment that we live in, and they keep going. So then finally they go away. We think it's over. It's not over. So they go and they get the ringleader girl. There's like a couple other kids between like 6 and 14. I don't know what their ages are, I just guess. So the little ringleader, Miss, I don't know what I'm gonna call her in this video, whatever her name was, she goes and gets her father. Now her father is a lot bigger than I am. Like, he could probably kill me in one punch. So he comes over to us. Now, he's actually very calm, and he says, I'm sorry, but my daughters have been complaining. They said you were doing something. I just, wanted to ask you what happened. And I remember saying this calmly, but I know in my head that it was not calm. I said, I'm sorry, your daughter and her friends have been following us and cussing us out and harassing us. We were not trying to do anything. I'm sorry if it, seemed that way. That's me. That's what it sounded like in my head, but I already know that I was, losing it. So he goes and gets his daughter, and they go to their apartment, and he yells at her, and I kind of laughed. But, yeah. So when then Sarah comes over, we were just laughing about the whole incident. So, yeah, this was part 1. I'm going to rant for another 10 minutes for part 2, so hope to see you there.